I just got done the walk. I was working on something here before I went out here, but I did more than 45 minutes. But it is day 38, which means I'm more than halfway done the program. And that's huge. Milestone for me. Halfway done. That means today would be episode 36. Which is right there. I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna talk at the table. Alright, so I'm gonna talk about persistence and consistency. And I'm gonna give the story of Piñata. The Piñata. And how it relates to life and success and reaching your goals. The Piñata, everybody knows what a Piñata is. Put it up at the party, kids hit it with a stick, try to get the candy out. When people watch these kids, or when you watch the kids break the piñata, it's easy to attribute or see the piñata breaking and give the credit to the last kid that hits it. Usually the birthday boy, that's usually why he's last. But the real reason is because all the kids prior that hit the piñata break down the piñata. That way when the last kid comes and he hits the piñata, it's already been broken down from all the times it's been hit, and it breaks easily. If that kid went first, he probably wouldn't break the piñata. Now, I'm going to relate that to your goals. A lot of times people give up because they can't see visible progress when they're trying to reach their goals in the beginning. A lot of people give up month in, 2 months in, 3 months in. Sometimes a goal is going to take you 3-4 years to reach, if it's a big one. And if you're not able to see that visible progress, which is why it's so important to focus on the process and focus on measurable details like skill development, to keep you motivated, keep you able to identify that you are making progress and make adjustments from there. Because if you're constantly adjusting because you're focused on the big one and I haven't reached it yet, when it's a goal that's going to take 3-4 years and you're constantly changing the way you're doing it, how are you ever going to get anywhere? Because every time you start to attempt something, you start switching it and it's like you're restarting. So try to stay consistent, measure what you're doing in a way where you're maybe measuring like the details, like, all right, if I want to reach this goal, I need to be able to sell at this level, like sales, or the marketing has to be at this level for me to be able to produce this result, which would be like the big goal. So then you can, somewhat see, okay, am I at that level for this said thing yet? Is the marketing at that level? No, it's not. I still need to improve. And then measure your improvement on that scale. That would be, for me, that's how I see it. That would be something that you can compare and measure to, where it's not going to be something that you're like, oh, I'm not making any results. Even like fitness, if you're trying to lose a bunch of weight, 100 pounds, you lose 10 pounds, right? You'll lose weight quicker in the beginning when you're trying to lose weight, when you're heavier. But it's not as noticeable more towards the end, if that makes sense. 10 pounds in the beginning you're not going to really notice that visually. Your clothes will fit differently. That would be that could be like an analogy towards what I was saying about measurable details, measuring that way. So like in the beginning when you're trying to lose weight, what you should try to do is see how your clothes are fitting and base your success on that. Oh, I'm starting to, the sweater used to fit me tight, now it's fitting me loose. That's a measurable difference that you can tell, even though in the mirror, when You can visually see yourself. You may not see the difference, especially if you're seeing yourself every day. But the way the clothes fit, that's a difference. The scale, sometimes the scale can be deceiving as well. But the ways your clothes fit is a huge one, because that can go with your proportions of your body. That's in terms of, obviously, weight loss. But with success, how I mentioned before, you know, you have to realize what my point that I'm trying to get across, and I'm going to cut it here, is if it's a big goal you're after and it's hard to tell if you're making results, don't let that discourage you. Even if the results aren't visible in the beginning, doesn't mean you're not getting to where you're trying to go. It doesn't mean that you're not on the right path. Sometimes you have to tweak on where you're paying attention to be able to analyze and keep in mind like measurables that you can see where you are progressing. And if you're progressing in those areas and you know that those areas need to improve to get you to that end result, then technically improving in those areas is going to get you to that result, or it's going to get you closer to where you are. So I'll see you guys at the gym, and that's going to be the talk for today. Finished the cardio, and I didn't really get to record while I was doing that, but there's no wind now, so hopefully this came through super clear and better quality. So, alright guys. Alright, at the gym, biceps first. So we're gonna hit arms, I'm gonna do biceps. Usually I do tricep this day, but didn't hit the biceps yesterday, so I'm gonna do it today. Do biceps, shoulder, 3 movements for shoulder, 2 movements for biceps, and 1 movement for traps, and then I'm going to do the supersets like I usually do, besides last week, but that's how I was doing it for the program before. Incline with dumbbell row to the hip, and then barbell press with barbell bent over rows. So that's what I'm going to do today. So let's get started. Nice. One RIR.
le diré esto. Oh, ese es el, ¿verdad? No, ese es Ramón. Él tiene que estar in the leg area.
Allá.
Yeah.
Ok, gracias.
De nada. Oh my God, I almost forgot. I had to turn on that thing for you. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. Te lo mandé para allá. Te lo mandé para allá abajo.
Damn. Fuck that. I have to do a drop. Let's get it. Turn off that.
That sounds fun as fuck, though. Yeah.
All right, biceps done. Did the heavy dumbbell lateral movement. So now I'm gonna do more reps with the cable crossover, and then the rear delts with the cable face pulls.
My aunt's a hard worker, so I'm sorry my mom's like, oh, but it's like, no, it's not about it. If it was something that was like planned out, maybe it's like alright. Well, I mean, from what my mom told me.
Yeah, it's gonna. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, it might just be more expensive without buying the machine, buying ice every day.
Yeah, buying ice every day.
Costs more.
And you gonna need like 2 bags minimum. And then once you're sitting there, half the ice fucking flies out. I would just have the water regulated.
And it's unmodern ass gym. You know, it ain't no it ain't none of them shit sitting around. Ain't no cords out
want a
there.
spot?
Ain't no charging stations.
I got this. Okay.
I'll get my fucking water.
Spot. Woo! Yes. Let's try to go a little wider. That's 10, I think.
Hilarious.
playlist.